Moving over, the PTA seminar that took place in Rwanda covered the aims and objectives of the PTA Bank as well as the state of the Rwanda financial sector as a whole. Let's take a look.
This seminar comes at the right time when indeed we are trying to consolidate our regional integration, but also because we're in need of new financing solutions. We hope that PTA Bank, with this innovative framework across the COMESA, will provide those new financing products. This business seminar, organized by the PTA Bank and Rwanda Development Board, aims at, first of all, engaging with the business community here in Rwanda. We already know that we have existing clients, but also for potential clients that are new to come. We want also you to explore the opportunities and understand really the value proposition of the business community in Rwanda, and also further collaboration in different areas. On access to finance, most of the claims, at least on the borrower sides, are the lack of bankable projects, lack of good business plan, lack of collateral. On the lending side, we have low deposit rates, lack of long-term deposits. The cost of financing is very high, high interest rates due to expensive cost of funding in the sector. And lastly, the diversification of products. PTA Bank is a development bank, but also prides itself to be a trade and finance bank.
You know, the financial sector is really very much a function of good regulation and good institutional design. And so my feeling is over time Rwanda will do well in its financial sector because there's a very strong commitment to building sound institutions. Your regulatory framework is in place. You have a very disciplined central bank that's able to do what's required. I think it's a question of just making sure that the capital flows, the intermediation is strengthened, and the commercial banks innovate and produce excellence in terms of its own internal systems and recruiting the right people so that they can actually create strong institutions that can receive funding from many different sources. And so I think it's a question of design, it's a question of discipline, it's a question of also doing partnerships with the right institutions. As PTA Bank, we already work with the Bank of Kigali and the Rwanda Development Bank. We are open to working with others. We also work with other financial institutions in the region who are also keen to work in Rwanda, and also with global financial institutions and global investors who want to do projects here and need to raise a little bit of debt to complement their own equity. And so we've done that. The cement plant that's been recently rolled out here has been partly financed by an equity investor from South Africa. We have been a financier, your own banks have been financiers, and the East African Development Bank has also been a part of it. So we've, it's about bringing syndicates of financial institutions who can come together and throw their weight behind projects. Because the way banks and financial institutions work is there's always risk sharing involved. You'll never find a bank that'll put a huge amount of capital in one project on its own. It's about blended financing, it's about shared risk, it's about syndications.